Hey guys, welcome to Raja Makes Money. How are all my money makers doing today? And hope you guys had a great day in the market. I think I had an incredibly great day in the market, except for one stock that brought the whole market down for me, or my whole portfolio down, which we know this stock's going to be a problem here temporarily for right now. Obviously, we're talking about CCIV, but we're going to work through it. So we actually had a really overall, it would have been a great day on my portfolio, except for, unfortunately, CCIV just keeps, just had a down day. At one point today, we had a really nice up day when CCIV was up this morning at 25 bucks. But then with the rest of the NASDAQ, it just plummeted. And but the good news is futures are looking better for tomorrow. As of right now, they're up and looking good. So hopefully that will continue through. And usually after these big sell-offs, we had that rally Friday and some confusion there. But I think the NASDAQ's going to come back. It's not like the NASDAQ is just dead. Nobody likes the NASDAQ any longer. So hopefully we can see it come back. But I wanted to point out to Jeff Schwartz, the futures are up. Somebody was out spreading false information that the NASDAQ futures were down again. But nope, everything's up, guys, looking good. So we'll go over what we did today. Lost money, so we did that very successfully. But like I said, it's not as bad as it looks. I mean, it's obviously bad because it's a large number, but it's concentrated into obviously one stock mostly, which was CCIV that was down today. So overall, we actually had some really good gains. Even at one point today, Jaguar was up to like $2.45. It could have been another, it was up like 65,000. Some news came out. They have some royalty deal that they did. So that was help push that up. Actually, this one today was kind of a surprise, IDEX. It was up earlier, but it actually, for the whole entire market, the NASDAQ to be down so much, and especially all the electric vehicle ones and not to sell off hard, this was pretty impressive on this one. So this one could be getting set to, make a little bounce here back into the threes. But, it looks good and stuff. Like I said, everything else, I had a really good day with a lot of stuff. I mean, we were pretty much everything was up except for CCIV and, was the main thing that really dragged us down, or we would have had a great day, today in the market. So, like I said, when I look at my portfolio, I look at everything, obviously the number is down. It's not what you want to see. Much rather have an update, but I know when I have that large of a position in a stock that's going to move points, 1 or 2 points up and down every day, we're going to have this higher fluctuation and stuff. So also Forest Road acquisition, this one today got going again and then came back down a little bit. So I don't know why this one just needs to go. Let's put it to bed. Let's go. Trades today, very quiet day. I did absolutely none. I put in a couple of limit orders in to average down on some stuff. And the good news is I didn't get filled because the stocks took off. So no trades today. It's like the first day of no trades probably in 2 or 3 months, since we've been trading live. Like I said, some of this stuff, it averaged down. We're still negative on some of these. Probably could average down. But the thing is, when they start running, this one here, probably will AOI average down some. But I don't know, this thing gets up to 3-4 cents, it comes back pretty strong. These are tough, do you buy more? It drops, if the Dow stays strong, this stuff is going to keep going up. If the Dow drops or the market drops, you're going to see all these OTCs drop. So we just need to get everything going. We just need everything in sync. The big shocker to me, I couldn't believe today, Apple. Look at this, guys. Apple at $116.36. I mean, this is below the stock split, below everything. After hours, like I said, it's great. Like I said, hopefully tomorrow we'll have a nice day on the NASDAQ. We'll get some of this stuff back up and we could have a really strong day. I was looking at hedging CCIV. And I was actually, when it was around 124.50, when I said, I was going to do the 126s at like $110, and then I was like, if this thing gets going, I know if this thing gets going, it can actually go. So I'm kind of being cautious there. Bitcoin coming back strong, 52,000. No clue why. Maybe Elon Musk is buying more of it. And today, guys, Tesla for the first time closing in the 500s, just got pounded again. So a lot of people are saying, this Tesla went from being the darling to the, to who knows what's happening here now with, parts, having issues getting parts and getting stuff done. GameStop today, another one. And this is what I say, like, If you're a valued investor, you want to buy GameStop at 200 or do you want to buy Apple at 115? I mean, this is like intelligence or something that has gone haywire. Come on. This stock is up 56 points today because they put, the guy from Chewy on the board. I mean, what are they going to do? Is GameStop going to start selling games to pets? Come on. It doesn't matter if he's going to help with an e-commerce play. They've been in e-commerce. So you can go to GameStop site right now and order online if you want. This isn't like, and the thing is, to add $30 billion in value, come on, it's ridiculous. Our market, $13 billion this company came worth. You know how much stuff online you would have to sell to make $13 billion in value? It's ridiculous. But like I said, these market makers are going to let you guys run this thing up, and they're going to slam it. We had one person Friday mention eyes, or maybe Sunday show. Big shout on that one. That thing doubled today. That was huge. Up 100%, 1170. I think at one point today it even got up to like $14, didn't it? Yeah, got up to like 1482 today. So whoever had this one and mentioned it, you probably did really, really good on it today. Yeah, so this one was definitely one of the really good ones that you guys had mentioned. And always, guys, would love your input. If you guys have stocks and stuff that you're watching, let us know, especially in our Patreon group. And any of you guys can join our Patreon group. Just go to patreon.com/Raja Makes Money. And we have the private Facebook group. Of course, we got the research team and Kenny in there. But yeah, you guys post, share all this stuff, let people know about these other stocks. And you got to, help everyone. We'll all make a lot of money. So Sam's Slot Channel, what do you think about ZOM? We played that one, in the past and stuff. We made some money. Now it's, coming back. I don't know. The thing went all the way to $3 or $2.90 or whatever. These are tough. I think these are like the rest of our OTC stuff. I think you just got to pick a couple that you like and pick a couple that you like and shake the dice on them. Long term. Chris says GME and eyes took care of me today. Yeah, you should have done very good. I would be very, very careful on, like I said, on GameStop. Steve says GME is scary to get in. Now at 200, you put a tight stop loss on it. I'm in at 100 a share, so I'm sitting good. Yeah, no, honestly, and if you're at 100 a share, I don't know why the hell you're not getting out of it. I mean, this thing, people always have the FOMO, fear of missing out. This thing is over. I mean, it's going to get shorted down really fast again. So hopefully nobody gets hurt. I want you guys to make tons of money, but I'm just telling you guys, it is going to be a bloodbath when it comes down. Lifting Bishop, Scott, Tesla and Zoom look like to be in correction territory. What do you think? Well, I think Tesla is beyond correction territory. I mean, this thing's down 300 points plus from its high. Zoom, it was a big one, with the reopening or, before when stuff was closed down. I think Zoom's going to continue to do well, but, people are returning to school. My kids, they're on a hybrid model. So they're in school 2 days a week and they're off school 2 days a week. Well, they're going back to full time here soon. That means there are going to be a lot less people using Zoom, because half the class is using it the days they're in school. The other half, then they're using it the days they're at home. So I don't know how those subscription models work for them, but they're definitely going to see a dip in business. And people want to get back out there, get traveling and doing stuff. So I think it'll make a big difference. Rupan. Raja, good evening. Ford, I placed the resilience of the stock on the management. They've done a fantastic job so far, and Mustang Mach-E is kicking rear end. Yeah, no, they have a lot of good stuff going on and stuff. And the thing with Ford, it's a cheap, affordable stock. You have a stock that is easier to buy at $12, $13. So people like it because you can buy a lot more shares. When you're buying Tesla at $550 or $800, you can't buy as many shares. So people like stuff like this where they can, buy 100 shares and it goes up a point or two and you can make some money. If it goes down a point or two, you lose some money. But people also, always like to be able to buy, more things at a time. Lifting Bishops, $1 super chat. Thank you so much. Blue Acquisitions. Hey, Raja, love the channel. Are you still bullish on GRMC? Went up a bit today. Yes, that's a hold. We're just waiting for news. This one is going to be a big one. We just waiting on news, kind of like CTYX, waiting on news, waiting on that new symbol change and stuff. Oh yeah, that was the one today. Yeah, I'll pull it up here. So where was it? Oh, this one, Largo Resources. So this one, interesting. So this one had the 10-for-1 reverse. So now it's $1.50, or well, now it's, I don't know. Something screwed up here. It should be like $15, and we should have 1,000 shares at $15.35. But something's not processing with it right now in the account. But yeah, this one wound up a little bit today with that 10-for-1 reverse. But I don't think it had no volume, so I don't know if people are having. And I couldn't even trade it today. Even if you went here, it won't let you do anything with it. Well, earlier today it wouldn't. I wasn't really trying to do anything with it, but I just had clicked on it. But yeah, it just goes to a dead page. I don't know, some issue there. So definitely love it. CJ, your thoughts on pre-market buys? Love the channel. I love the pre-market. We've done really, really well buying stuff pre-market and aftermarket. You know, if you can catch them right, you know, especially like Jaguar, you know how many times that thing is up pre-market and then the market opens and that thing's down, and vice versa. So all those have done really, really well, pre-market and after the market and stuff. How did GD do today? I have no idea, Cameron. Did you look it up? How did GD do today? No clue what GD is, but I can look it up for you. General Dynamics, how good did it do today? It did $2.17, up 1.27%. So, woofs. No info yet on FPFY yet. So weird, no date yet on reverse merger. Yeah, I don't know why. I'll have to wait to see on that one. Jeff Schwartz in the house. JAG might continue on an upward trend, especially if the NASDAQ goes green. ZOM has good stuff set for the end of this month. So there it is, guys, your stock whisperer, Jeff Schwartz. And if you guys are on YouTube, there's a Jeff Schwartz emoji. There's also a lemon emoji. So I don't know which emoji Jeff Schwartz gets today. But what's up, Nathan? Good to see you in the house. GE was up today. When are you jumping in, Elmer? So GE, you know, I think GE is just a company. It's too large. It's too diversified. It's great that it was up today. It's also, I wouldn't want to own this company at its 52-week high that it hit today, and you know, right up there with its highs, because it's too large. So there's a thing about being over diversified, and this happens a lot with these big companies when you have you know, just there's like, it's going to be diversified. Let's take Apple. Like Apple, you know, they make telephone, you know, they make cell phones. They make headphones, which go with the cell phones. They make this watch, which goes with the headphone, which goes with the, you know, it's the cell phone. But you get over diversified, and that can become a problem. I think General Electric, but everything Apple's making is kind of like tied to what Apple does, or it relates to their telephone. And, you know, the car is going to be interesting, you know, but, you know, are you going to power your whole vehicle off the phone? You know, I mean, this is going to be interesting, you know, how the car and everything will tie in to it all. But let's take GE. I mean, we own, you know, media companies, you know, and the CNBC and NBC and all that stuff. You have, you know, making medical equipment, making engines, you know, I mean, they're so diversified. So it's hard to say. And that's what I think it's made it really hard for that stock for a long time to ever do anything. And it's just like more of a dividend play, you know, is what the stock always was. Victor, $2 super chat. Thanks for the channel in the chat. Very welcome. And thanks for joining us, Victor. And thank you, all of you guys joining us today. If you guys haven't subscribed yet and you're watching me on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. And if you're watching me on Facebook, make sure you follow me. So Marcus says, Raja, what do you think about Doge, DOG, and what Mark Cuban is saying it's going to $1 and that he accepted it at Mavs games? You know, even Elon Musk said, I mean, the Dogecoin is, if we're talking about Dogecoin, it's a, you know, it's a joke. And, you know, it's at 6 cents today. But, you know, this coin is a joke. There's no, you know, the guy who made it said it's a joke. Even Elon Musk said it's a joke. Elon Musk just, you know, this is like something fun for these guys. Think about it like this. Let's pretend just for a minute that we're actually all billionaires and we have more than 1 billion. We have, you know, 2 billion, 5 billion, 10 billion, and we don't know what to do with our money. So what could we do with our money? Let's just find some crazy coin. And, you know, this is my opinion. And let's just find some crazy coin and manipulate the hell out of it. You know, you've got to, you know, I mean, and that's what they're doing. I'm sure it's going to come out one day that these guys own a bunch of it or had somebody owned it. You never know. I mean, you know, I mean, think about this, like social media influencers. How many times do you think they tweet out for their friends or, you know, do something, you know, like, you know, obviously like my casino or my you know, big jackpot channel. Some casinos I'm there just to play, and that's what we do. Other casinos, you know, I shout out, hey, and you know, like if you're in our private Facebook group for the big jackpot, we're like, hey, this is the host at this casino, this is the host here. You know, you help them out a little bit more. He's got to be helping somebody out with Dogecoin. I mean, it's just a joke, and it makes no sense. So, Doug A in the house. My brother says I should invest in AMC because it's going to the moon. Well, one, there's a big confusion. Are you talking about now? There's two AMCs in play. You have AMC, the media company, and AMC, the movie theater company. AMC, the media company, is the next big short. So if you guys saw that, so that now it's going to be AMC Entertainment. You have AMC Entertainment Group, and then you have AMC Networks. And this is the one that they're now saying is the new big short. That is like 24% of this is short. I was just a couple of minutes ago reading about this. Yeah, AMC Networks. So the latest heavily shorted stocks to see huge 2021 gains. Also, this is mind-blowing. So Kathy Wood last year did phenomenal, made a lot of money in the markets. She's way down this year. But every time she jumps on a stock, everyone keeps buying it. At some point, somebody's going to realize she keeps losing money and she's down. But I mean, I think she's going to position herself really well. But I was looking at like where she has a lot of Tesla. She has a lot of some big stuff that if it doesn't come back up, she's going to have a really hard time turning around her portfolio. You know, with what she has, you know, going on. Doug A says the movie company. Doug A, the movie company is dead. You know, I mean, it's you know. You've got to move on from these things. You know, here's, you know, the AMC, the movie company, you know, yeah, I mean, it's up. Anybody can run a stock up and anybody can run it right back down, you know, even our research teams is giving me a strong opinion about BlackBerry again, BB with, you know, that they've settled lawsuits with Amazon. They've done these different things. I think BlackBerry at $8-10, I think was like, and I said that it had value and it was a good stock at the, you know, the 15-21, it was a problem. You know, they're hiring, but they still lose money. This is what you have to look at. This is very important right here. It doesn't matter. You know, there's two ways to look at it. You know, there's two ways to look at it. You have these stocks, you know, that are value based, and then you have companies, that are losing money, and you have companies that are making money. Well, it's interesting. The market wants to. If a company doesn't make any money, we say, oh, you know what? But they're going to make a lot of money one day. So this is worth X, and this is, you know, huge amounts of money. Well, then when a company actually starts to make money, if they don't make enough or it's not a lot, but then once you're profitable, then you trade on a, you know, X times earnings. Well, Tesla, you know, was up to 1,800 times or 1,600 times earnings. Now it's probably at like 900 times earnings. You know, but Apple and these other companies are trading around where they should, you know, at 30, 32. So one of the big reasons that Apple's down this last week is because one of their largest shareholders, Warren Buffett, sold some of his Apple, just kind of like happened with Tesla. One of their largest shareholders, and I think it was Pooja, I think it was an Indian name. He still left it, still has a lot of it. And, but when you start, you know, when your big holders start selling out, people get worried, you know. And I'm not going to lie. I mean, if you own, you know, Tesla and you owned it and it was $880, get out of this. Like GameStop, if it's $200 now, call it, and you're into it for 100 or 50 or 40 or 10, call it good. You know, make your money, get the hell out of it. Hey, Raja, what do you think about Disney stock? Big rally today based on parks reopening. Will it dip? Kind of reminds me of Costco where it pumped and now it's coming back to reality. Are you holding any in long term? I haven't, no Disney. And, you know, I follow it sometimes, you know, and I said with the parks opening, you know, it's going to be up and do good. And that's a reopening trade. You know, but at the end of the day, the parks are reopening. The company is losing a lot of money, a lot of money. They're going to turn it around. Sure. They have other stuff going on. But the parks are reopening. Do you think the park's going to be profitable when it reopens with 25% or 50% capacity? No, the park wasn't built for 25 or 50% capacity. That makes it great, you know, for us. but for an actual person, it doesn't make it, so I don't know. You have to look at these, like I said, Disney's going to turn around. But yeah, I mean, they lost $2.74 a share. How many shares do they have outstanding? So, I mean, when you do the math, they're losing billions of dollars a year. So it'll definitely be interesting. Quick Hyundai slots, bought Apple at 119 or I think I bought the dip down another 3. Yeah. No, I mean, the whole market, I think it's going to come back pretty quick. I don't think we have anything to fear. I think everything's going to be fine. I think, like I said, I think the Nasdaq's going to come back. It's already looking positive for tomorrow. Once that Nasdaq, gets moving in the right direction, and people are, like I said, you have rotations, you have these different things. The market is, it's going to come back. It's going to move. We, different news. We have this, we have that. You have, people saying, inflation. There's a lot of fears out there, but at the end of the day, Apple's making a lot of money. They're still going to make a lot of money. They're still a great value. Also, guys, one other thing, I want to be a big shout out, Marjorie Vargas in the house, and she's one of our YouTube sponsors. And any of you guys can be a YouTube sponsor and get access to those really cool emojis. Good to see you, Marjorie. But yeah, you have to just look at it. Like, there's just so many different things out there, so many things in the market that are, we have the stimulus now. So, and if you remember the first stimulus 10 years ago, or 8 years, whenever they did that stimulus in 2009 or I don't know, whatever it was, but they called it the iPhone stimulus because basically it was enough money to go buy an iPhone. Well, what is $1,400? Enough money to go buy another iPhone. So, people, you got to think of it like this. The 10 or 12 million people that they're going to give this $1,400 to, who all make less than 75,000 or really less than 50, whatever this thing is. What do you think they're going to do with that money? I bet, half of them are going to go buy lottery, play the lotto, see if they can turn that, 1,400 into, $100 million or some crazy thing. But no, a lot of these people are going to go out. They're going to go shopping. They're just going to blow it. Because, think about it, like when you're working and you're making money. And I say this to people all the time, like, hey, I'm working, I'm doing my job. This is doing this, or this is doing this. But all of a sudden you have that extra money. What do? You just go spend it. You go do something. If you're a gambler, you go to the casino and you have that extra $1,400, you'll probably just spend it there. If all your bills are paid, this is like a gift from heaven. You're not, think about it. Like, I understand the people who aren't working, maybe it's going to truly make a difference and it's going to help them. But the people who are working, who make $75,000 a year, who need $1,400, they're already in good shape. They're probably living pretty decent lives. And if there's 2 people in a household, so now you have, 2 people in the house making $60,000 a year, and you have a $120,000 household. And let's say they have kids, all of a sudden, these people are going to get $4,000, $5,000. It's a lot of money. It's like people are going to go buy things. That's going to give this economy this huge boost. So I definitely think it's going to be, really good. So somebody says, why would GameStop gain 56 points and ARK lose its shirts? Well, because ARK, with Kathy Wood stuff, her main holdings, I can pull it up because I was just showing it here, is like Tesla and a lot of stuff that, has done really, really bad right now today. Here, I got it pulled up here. So I don't even think she's in GME, but yeah, if you look at her holdings and stuff, she has, 3 million shares of Tesla. That thing drops 50 points in a day. That's going to bring all these stocks get killed are going to bring your portfolio down pretty heavily. And, some of the stuff she's picking, like I said, she's a very smart lady. I mean, she's made a lot of money. I give her a lot of credit, but some of the stuff she's picking and has been picking doesn't make any sense to me. So like Plantair came out, they had their earnings. They said, this is what happened. And then she bought it. Why would you buy a stock that's telling you it's not going to be worth anything? It's not going to grow this year. They came out and they said, here's our guidance. It's not going to be anything good. The issue was that, she bought it, of course, and it rallied and then it came right back. But it doesn't matter what you do. When the entire NASDAQ gets hammered like it did today, I mean, this thing got smashed, everything's going to go down. All those tech plays, all that stuff, the only thing that's going to go up today is when you have a stock like GameStop that the board of directors who ran a e-commerce, dog food company, is taking over and going to run the e-commerce. That's why it just rallied like no other. You say, Frank says GameStop's going back to 400. Frank, I think that's low. I'm predicting $18,000 a share on GameStop. And I'm predicting that Warren Buffett is going to buy the largest stake ever in GameStop. That's my opinion. No, I mean, it's a joke. There's no reason for it to be up there. Even if he got an e-commerce business going in 6 months, it's still losing money. It's still a joke. And they're going to have to pump so much money into getting people there. How are you going to get all these people off of Amazon over to GameStop to make their electronic purchases or whatever they even have planned? Should we short Best Buy then? Is Best Buy going to zero because GameStop's going to sell video games online now? What is Best Buy going to do? I mean, you guys have to there's no, maybe he can turn it around, break even. Maybe he can get it so instead of what they're losing, they're going to lose less. But this thing ain't worth this. This isn't a $13 billion company overnight. Come on, get real. There's no no intelligence in that. So somebody says, how low do you think Tesla will go? I think Tesla's going to bottom out around 500. I said Tesla would be in the 500s. I think it's going to bottom out right around there. So it's going to be interesting. Like I said, I think we're going to see a strong NASDAQ rally. People say we need these 10% corrections. You need this. But at the end of the day, this stuff's going to come back. There's a lot of money out there, and it's all going to come in strong. So, retail is going to be, the one area I do think there's going to be a big problem in is commercial retail, because you have 400,000 businesses in the U.S. shut down over COVID. So, I mean, there's a lot of businesses out of business. So it's going to definitely be interesting. Another one, and don't take this the wrong way, I was thinking about, obviously, 60, 70% of the people who passed away from COVID were 70 and older. There could be some major shorts to play in assisted living facilities, because I mean, they're going to be, if you take a half of, 400,000 people out of the U.S. that was going to be assisted living, candidates, that's going to be a lot of vacancy in those assisted living places for years to come. The other thing that you're going to see, which will be interesting, which could actually hurt the economy long term one day, it could hurt or help depending on things if government, but you got rid of all these people. So short term wise, the government saved all this money now on Social Security payments and all these, people who are retired. But long term, people are going to live longer because you had this huge shakeout of the weaker people. Because, we're not going to sit here and we can debate this all you want, but the weaker people, obviously, COVID, if people had underlying illnesses and stuff, they probably weren't ready to die today, but COVID sped up a lot of those people to pass away. Or I think a lot of those people too just got COVID because they were already sick in the hospital, and then of course they got COVID, or the hospital got extra money, and COVID became this this play. But I think I think there's some interesting things, and you have to think about those, long term. If 500,000 of your potential customers are gone, it's going to take a while to reboot and fill all those spots and stuff. Raja, what's your input on NEO? So same thing with NEO. NEO's one, it's been way up there. It keeps coming down. It's going to get hammered. Tesla's down. NEO's going to be down. They're all going to get hammered, today, 6-7%. And as you can see, NEO is down 7% today. Interesting enough, NEO after hours is still down. I think Tesla, see what Tesla's doing after hours. Tesla has a little bounce back there. Apple had a little bounce after hours. So the big one, CCIV, I think it was up like 10 cents. 30 cents. There we go. So little bounce there after hours. But like I said, you have to make smart things. Do you pick, in this kind of conditions, do you pick GameStop at 200, or do you pick Apple at 116? What's going to give you the better value? What's going to make you the best long term? Different risks and stuff like that. So Emmanuel says, hello, Raja. Like you, I have my CCIV stocks at about 28. Should I take the loss and move on, or should I wait a bit longer? So this is what I'm doing. I really, and I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. I'm stuck in a little bit of a pickle here. Obviously, and like I said, it's not, it's like today, we would have had a great day if we were, but I'm also going to tell you, if I imagine this, if the Raja was doing what the Raja normally does, and I was playing Apple, and I said, Apple's at, 120 on Friday, 119, 120. And the Raja, here, we'll pull it up here. The Raja would have played, probably the 115, 116 puts. That would have given me like 75 cents. If we pull up that chain right now, I probably would have been down more money, because let's say I had, 1,000, 1,500 contracts. Let's just say 1,000 contracts, for argument's sake. But usually we were playing like 1,500 contracts. And we would have sold these, these changed $1.43. So I would have lost $143,000 on this trade today. If I would have had the 16s and played it now, it could come right back and, this all works out. But this gets interesting. Now, if I had a lot of cash sitting on the sideline, would I do this? Yes. The 113s now, I think these are $1.17 or so. I think that's a good play. But this is what I'm looking at when I look at my portfolio as a whole. If I have a large position, as we all know, in CCIV right now. We've hedged it a few times. I'm going to hedge it some more this week. Around I was planning on hedging. I was hoping to see a little rally and then hedge it or even sell it today above the 25, and then it slipped away quickly. But I think it can come right back tomorrow. 1 or 2 points. Tomorrow could be $24 again. We'll hedge it again. We'll get some money out of it. But the thing is, it's not hurting me. I think CCIV is not going below, hopefully, $20, $21. I mean, it's not going to go below $15 because that's the pipe. The only reason it goes below $15 is because the deal gets, doesn't happen and, they cancel the whole deal. So that's definitely something to look at. But it's a large position. It's there. This is going to drastically affect my overall portfolio. So I'm going to focus on my other stuff. Hopefully we move it around. It keeps going up. CCIV is one. At some point, I'm either just going to walk away and because there's what I'm looking at is what is the better opportunity for me? So I go to Apple. We write these 113. So I liquidate CCIV. My potential on Apple this week to make is $113,000. I can just write CCIV at $25 right now and make $113,000. So I have to do what makes the most sense percentage wise for a gain or an offset. Yes. Could it go down 3 more points? Yes. And if it goes down 3 more points, the Raj will be down $360,000 more dollars. If I hedge it for $120,000, that will help a little bit, but it will still, continue to weigh heavily and affect the portfolio. Mitchell Pilot, $5 super chat. Thank you. Recap on FPRX again, please. As you know, it was acquired $38 a share. It hasn't virtually moved at all for a week. Is this because the deal isn't complete? No, I mean, this is like I said on this one, and I'm not sure what you're looking for. It was acquired for $38 a share. Here after hours is up 6 cents. It was acquired for $38 a share. Why? Today it went all the way down to 37.13 as high as 37.93 today. It looks like. But you keep asking the same thing. It was acquired for $38 a share. On the day it closes, whatever the date is of that closing of the transaction, the most money it's worth is $38 a share. So it's not going to go above $38 a share. And there's always the risk the deal doesn't go down. So that's why to me, this looks like this is 100% done deal. So I guess the move is if you buy the stock at 37.76 or 37.82 and what is the date of the deal going down? I don't even know where the thing is. Browser announced an investigation of 5 therapeutics. So I have no clue. But if the stock's being bought for $38 a share, unless there's other bidders coming in, the most it's worth is $38 a share. If the stocks comes down, then that means probably nobody else is going to buy this stuff. But the only reason it's ever going to go above $38 is for a higher bidder. So if you own this stock at whatever price right now, and you're sitting on a lot of it, your most potential is 24 cents more at 37.76. So if you own 1,000 shares and you have $37,000 tied into it right now, the most you're going to make between now and whatever day it's supposed to close is $240. So you just have to look at that. Raja, why not Plan Air? Because they said their upbeat earnings are horrible. Did you listen to their last earnings call? They said we're not going to have any growth this year. We're going to still grow, but we're not going to have that explosive growth that makes any sense. Of course, Kathy Woods came in and bought it, and it went up 3 points, and now it's down. From when she bought it at $28, $29, and now it's $23, $24. So Daniel says AMC and not a dead cat. Well, which AMC? Because now we have 2 of them that have heavy shorts. But AMC is going to be nice. They're going to partner up with GameStop, and they're both going to go in the e-commerce business. While GameStop's partnering with the founder of Chewy's, who did really well in e-commerce, so it has a great background in the dog business. AMC Theaters. I just breaking news from our research team. Kenny just told me AMC Theaters is partnering with you guys sit down for this. They're partnering with water parks. That's right, guys. The biggest water park company in the world is going to start putting swimming pools inside AMC movie theaters. So now you can go in and act like you're in a swimming pool while you're watching your favorite movie. You can swim around. You can splash your friends. I mean, guys, this is all a joke. Like, have some reality. At least it's like CCIV is a real company that's going to actually produce a car one day and has some pre-orders and has sales, and it's going to turn into something. Obviously, the deal that CCIV and Lucid did, CCIV didn't really care what they did. They wanted the deal done. They're making their billions of dollars. But for the shareholders, they did a disjustice service to us by way overpaying by, almost twice what they should have. But that, was because everyone ran their stock up so hard. But these other companies, they don't have, what are they going to do? What movie is coming to AMC that's going to fill a 24-plex? Like, you guys have to look at this in reality and stuff. It's funny. But there's going to be tons of other ones that are great out there. And, and we're going to find these plays and stuff. But like I said, this week, our portfolio overall did great today. We had one stock that really weighed it down, and that stock is going to continue to cause some problems. But I've done the analysis, and like I said, it's a percentage gain. Where am I better off? See, I know CCIV is going to come back. CCIV isn't right now at $60 a share, and I'm thinking, is it gonna go to 80 or 100? CCIV is pretty low. It's where the base of it should be, and as it gets closer to a deal, the momentum's going to kick in. It's going to come back. The thing is, if we can keep making 100,000, 200,000 a week, hedging it and making some plays, if we get called out, so be it. If we don't get called out, then we keep making this money, and it keeps coming, in my opinion. And, eventually it catches up, and you just catch up. It's kind of like how we rolled over Apple. If you had a losing week, you just roll it out. It's the same thing with CCIV. We're just going to keep rolling it out. At some point it gets called out. We move on. Here's the thing. Hindsight's 50-50. If you told me, this morning, GameStop, we guarantee it's going to go up 50 points today. Jaguar guaranteed is going to be up, at 80 cents today. I would have bought, 200,000 shares of it if I knew it was going to go up 80 cents today, and I knew I could sell it. But you just have to look at it. You have to look at the different plays and what makes the most sense. And, you're also risking losing, you make a big move, it doesn't work out. Now you have, two disasters. So like I said, when you've traded for a long time, you go through these things, you know how to play them. And you just, like I said, it just is a little hiccup, takes a little time. And once you recover, it's bigger than, it was before. It just, like I said, it makes for some big fluctuations in your portfolio. So nothing wrong with it. It is what it is. But we're going to get through it. I have lots of confidence. And if you guys didn't see it, right here, guys, this is where we're at. Unfortunately, down $218,000 today. But 277,000 of it was right here in CCIV. If it wasn't for that one, we'd have had a nice update. When this one was at $25 today, I was up for the day $150,000. So, it's like I said, it's just a timing issue, and it'll work out. I like this. EJ says, Raja, the chair you're sitting in is worth more than my portfolio. Stop. Hey guys, you're watching Raja Makes Money. If you haven't subscribed yet on YouTube, make sure you click that subscribe button and the gray bell. And if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you follow me and click the like buttons to get notifications when we go live. Also, a big shout out to all our Patreon members watching. Any of you guys can join our Patreon group. Just go to patreon.com/Raja Makes Money. We got me, Kenny, the research team, the greatest group in Facebook of us stock traders and stuff. Lots of good knowledge, lots of good things in there and stuff. But hey, that's what I got for you guys, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. Don't forget, tomorrow the show is 30 minutes earlier because I have live slot play tomorrow night from the casino. So the show will be 4 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So a 30-minute earlier start tomorrow. And hey, and you can get a double dose of me tomorrow even. So, but hey guys, take care. Hope you guys make lots of money in the markets tomorrow. And hey, keep your head up and don't worry. The Raja is going to come out better than ever before this year's over. We still got a lot of time left. I'll see you guys tomorrow.